We're back with Erin Muffoletto. She's a co-host of Erin's Morning Brew with Larry Erin's. I know you're talking about how you got into politics and stuff. You're not really into politics. You're not planning to run, right?
People have asked me that, and if I was ever approached by somebody one day, I would probably do it because I have a passion for politics.
But you haven't seriously considered it?
No.
It's not something you want to do?
My main passion is helping people. I probably volunteer 60% of my time. For everything I do.
You know a lot about policy, though.
I
right?
do.
Because you
I
work with a lot of the legislative.
I devoted a few years of my life to lobbying alone. And, I went through some pain through that. It's a very tough world to be a lobbyist. And I got into lobbying because I thought, well, I really want to represent great groups and really bring, education to the forefront. And we need to do more with this. So I really went in with these high hopes. And, after being in the middle of it and seeing all the bad politics
there's some aspects of it. Sometimes, actually, I was talking to another lady. She said, no, I don't want to be in this world. It's a very difficult state for me to be in.
Being a woman in politics is very difficult.
Yeah. What do you feel about that? There's a lot now.
Hillary
Clinton's going to be running. She's going to be running, so it's going to bring a lot of women into the fray there.
And I think more women do need to get involved in politics because we do have a lot to say and we are passionate people. It can be very intimidating. I know, part of me still has that passion and that drive to really fight people for good, kind of thing, my superhero-ness of me. But it can be intimidating when, I'll give you an example. When I was lobbying, I had one guy ask me, "Hey, so what are you doing? Are you a secretary for this guy, or what are you doing?" I'm like, "No, I'm actually lobbying for these clients." And I was going over everything with him, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's great." He's like, "I think you should be a model or an actress." I'm like,
that old behavior is still there.
So you think I should do something that I don't need to use a brain for? Yeah. Thanks.
And you didn't understand what you did or anything.
It's upsetting.
There's
still like that.
They're still educating, but I think if more women get involved, like Emerge in Mexico, they train candidates.
They're a great
There's
group.
a lot of 60% of their candidates actually go and win. Yeah. So organizations like that, I think, bring out. Now that Hillary's running, she's going to be running in 2016, by the way. I know I'm saying that a lot, but because I know they're running, she's running. So it's going to help. I don't know who the Republican candidates will be, but I think she'll excite a lot of women. Sarah Palin, I know, like her or hate her, she excited a lot of women. They came out. Somehow the Republican Party kind of marginalized her a little bit. I don't know what that was about, but you don't think she excited a lot of women?
I think she did. I think she did. She definitely said a few wrong things, and I don't really think that was her fault all the time.
She's mismanaged.
Exactly.
I think she's mismanaged.
Exactly.
Whoever took over her didn't know how to coach her.
And that's the thing, is all these politicians have people that coach them. They help them with their speeches. And when you don't have somebody telling you can't do that, or be careful with this, or you come from a small town and you say the wrong thing, that's your career.
Yeah, but if you look at her position, she came out from Wasilla, Alaska, such a small little town, became a governor, fought the establishment up there, won, and then somehow got a VP call there. That was a pretty life changer for her,
It really is.
In some ways, policy, I put the policy aside. When you put anybody in that position, I think they can, have some trouble with it. And I think she had a little bit of trouble with the media and stuff. There was a lot of gotcha questions there. Like she says, Katie Couric asked her some questions. She was very...
Yeah, that's horrible. I think genuinely Sarah Palin is a bright woman. She definitely has been through a lot in her years. And, she's a great leader to Alaska, and she's a great leader to a lot of people still. But, you say the wrong thing, or somebody asks you a question and it makes you look stupid.
Exactly.
They will use that against you the rest of your life. It's unfortunate.
I personally think the media was not for her, so they put her in certain predicaments there. Anyways, I think she might run again. I don't know, but I think more women need to inform, because I feel the next generation is all about women. Personally, this is what I think, because nationally, when you look at Congress, there's more and more women winning out there and stuff. So I think it's a great thing that you're involved in the media, but then at some point, I think they might nudge you to go out there and run. I don't know. I mean, that's something that if you have a passion for, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because then you have to jump in, and all your life becomes public at that point. So that's a difficult state for any.
It is, and you know, the thing that upsets me is when I do see people run, and it's for themselves.
Rather than running for the public.
Exactly.
Good point. It's a great point. And I say that to some of my friends who are in politics, that if you're running for yourself, you're probably missing the point there.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
and
about the public,
they're not in touch with their community. They don't know about the community center down the street. And I mean, I've done that. I've actually asked people about, hey, have you been there? No, what's that? Really? It's actually like a few blocks away from where your house is.
Yeah, or they're not very well versed on the issues and stuff. That happens. Tell me, you grew up in Albuquerque, right? Or you grew up in New Mexico?
My family, we grew up in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And then my mom convinced my dad to move out to New Mexico after several years of family vacations in New Mexico. I've literally camped in every campsite in the state. We moved to northern New Mexico in Ojo Caliente, went to Mesa Vista High School. It was a big change because it's a small school. So you sneeze the whole school.
And when was
knows.
this? How far?
I graduated in 2003.
But you moved out here right about that time?
We moved out in 1994, so practically all my life. And my mom still lives up there. She will not move to Albuquerque. She loves the country life. No, she's living in northern New Mexico.
Oh, northern
still.
New Mexico.
Yeah.
So you still have roots there, though,
Yeah.
in Louisiana. Right?
Yeah.
You said.
Yeah, all my dad's family is still in northern New Mexico. I'm sorry, Louisiana. My father, a year after we moved to New Mexico, we learned he had brain cancer, and he passed away shortly after. And so that's been tough, but he always raised me to help others, so that's always stuck with me throughout my life.
So your whole family is here. You have a family. You don't have. Are you married?
I'm not married. I'm just trying to focus on myself right now.
So for all the single guys out there, they need to know you're not married, but then you're hooked up, right? Okay, so we're almost out of time here. It was really nice to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely.
It's great to meet you.
They need to know who
more.
Erin Muffoletto is. And now you're going to be co-hosting it. I think you'll be hosting it by yourself, you said?
The rest of the week I'll be hosting myself. So.
Wow, so the whole next week?
The whole rest of this week.
I see. Okay.
So I have some big shoes to fill now
you
Larry's
do
out of town.
You do a great job.
Well, thank you. I'm really loving it.
Okay. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you so much.
We'll have you back anytime you want to come back and we'll talk about any policy issues or something. Okay.
Good deal.
Okay. Thank you. That was Erin Muffoletto. We're out of time. We'll see you next week.